This morning soap is brought to us from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It's the CK6 version. I think it's Malbolge. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'll show you what the inside looks like. It's a little bit on the brown side. Maybe considered beige, brown. It's one of my favorite scents. I got started on this particular scent by the way of a beard oil from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. That's how I got started with this one here. Some of the scent that you might be able to pick up on this is the older bottle here of the aftershave is tobacco, citrus, musk, patchouli, sugar, and black pepper might be something that you might pick up. It's well blended. My nose doesn't do a real good job picking out any one particular scent out of all that. I've got it whipped up here my wooden bowl here with a Yaqi brush. This one here thought would be fitting. The name of this handle is a Mysterious Space. It's got a cashmere knot in it, and it is on the wet side. Not quite drippy, but it's fairly moist. And Mysterious Space, and then going with this one here, with the label there. I thought it'd be pretty cool. Excuse me. Anyway, probably a shavette that haven't seen in a while, and maybe not at all. I know I use it from time to time, but I know in other Shave of the Day videos or postings, you don't see it very often. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce all this, but I think it's Antiga Barbearia de Bairro or something like that. But anyhow, if you can see the label, this is the right side up, if you will. I have a link down below if you're curious in checking it out. This is the way this one here is set up. Loaded the blade, this one here. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to doing a video, but it's a little bit different. This is a split system here, but it doesn't separate like a twist. It actually just moves apart just a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's actually two posts in behind this clip right here that just slides across the top. It'll take, it's set up to take DE blades that are cut in half. And if you're like me and you're kind of pushing the limits, it'll also take a shavette, shake injector type blade, or in this particular case, I have an Artist Club style blade, but it's a Kai pink blade. And you can see that it runs the full length here of, I guess you might say, of the shaver. Anyway, that's what I'm using today. Like I say, there's probably not very many people out there that have used this particular shavette, at least not in the postings. Don't see it very often, but it is it's set up for DE blades that are snapped in half. It's just I kind of pushed the envelope a little bit with the injector blade and the feather Artist Club blade, or style blade I should say. This one here is a Kai pink, which works quite well for me. It's been a while since I've used it. It's been, how you say, on the list to use here pretty soon, because I have, because once I use that blade, what I plan on doing is using it, in other words, in like a RizRock Hawk, and just kind of keep on moving that blade right along from one shaver to the next. Still using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Preshave soap. This one here is the Christmas version. Still smells wonderful. I really like that scent. Kind of anxious to see if maybe this coming Christmas, if he doesn't come out with a soap with that scent. A Christmas soap, if you will. It is a nice scent. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of that sort of thing, I probably will do one of the things that I have a tendency to do from time to time. Christmas in July type thing. In other words, do a lot of holiday soaps in July. Because that's how it is. The summer you're hoping for colder temperatures or cooler temperatures, and then in the winter you're waiting for warmer temperatures, and yeah, that's pretty much how all that works. I've got lather all over the handle there. But this handle, I don't know if the camera will do it justice. Yeah, it's got little sparkles in there, and it was kind of cool. I thought I'd pick it up. Now, the link I have down below is to West Coast Shaving, and the link I have for this particular shaver The knot, I think, is a tuxedo knot. I picked this one up by the way of AliExpress. So if you're really interested in getting one with a cashmere knot, you might look there. And there's nothing wrong with the tuxedo knot. It is one of my first synthetic knots that I really did like when my very first quote-unquote custom brush. I ordered the knot to be a tuxedo knot, and it was my very first one, and I like it. It works well for me, at least. Now, like I said, this this particular lather is going to be it is wet. And in my opinion, this blade works rather well in this shaver. It depends on where you buy this. You can pick it up for right around the $25 mark, give or take a few dollars. Just depends on where you're shopping at. And there is another version of this. If you're looking for something that's, I guess you might say a little bit more on the flashy side, in that this part right here is gold, and then the handle is black. It looks pretty cool. Now I don't have the flashy one. It runs you a bit more. I'm wanting to say 35 to 40 bucks if you can find it in stock. It is one that's a little bit more difficult to find. The another good place to hunt for this razor, this shave head, is Gibson Care. Be another good place to look for it, especially if you're in that part of the world, but maybe shipping doesn't eat you alive. But for me, this Kai Pink blade, it really does work well on this shaver. Nice, smooth, comfortable. It does a fantastic job retaining its edge throughout the shave. It is one of those blades you can get multiple uses out of it. And as it goes for prices, depending on where you're shopping at and whatnot, sales, I think the going price that you typically would find is, I guess you might say 20 blades, $20. Might be a good way of putting it. And it, excuse me, you get multiple uses out of the blade. I have not done, how you say, push the envelope on this particular blade to see how many shaves I can get out of it. I know on the Feather Super I pushed it to 10. But that's pushing it. That's babying the shave down towards the end of those 10 uses. At least for me it is. It really depends on your beard type. You got a thick, heavy beard, you may not get quite as many shaves out of it, or may have a hard time getting that many shaves out of it. If you got a light beard, you might get quite a few more. This scent is one of my favorites, especially when it comes to beard oil. It's my first beard oil / aftershave combination that I got a comment from when I went to the donut shop to get my sausage rolls. Lady behind the counter said I'm the only one that could probably pull that off. Take that as a compliment. Weather here has been really nice. I mean, you go from the very cold weather that we had earlier this month, and now you're looking anywhere from upper 50s to lower 70s. I mean, it's just great weather. Really can't complain too much about it. I think we're supposed to get some rain today, but I think it's later in the evening, which is nice. You know, when it rains at night, sleep a whole lot better, it seems like. Still working from home. The getting in on the portal for the COVID shot, quite challenging, it seems like. Thinking here pretty soon that I'm going to give it an attempt. Take a stab at it, see if I can get an appointment to get my shot. Especially since you're talking about 2 shots, so there you go. My place of employment's pretty reasonable about, I guess you might say, allowing the time off to go get that taken care of. I'm working from home anyway, so uh, there's, I guess you might say, slated or scheduled for us to come back to the office July the 19th. I think that's allowed everybody plenty of time to get a shot. This one here, this particular shaver, in my opinion, is a pretty good one to use, um, especially if you're thinking about transitioning from a shavette to a straight razor. Uh, it does give you, I guess you might say, some clues about what you may or may not like. For instance, I like how this is shaped. It fits well with the idea of using that kind of setup, and that with that hump right there, it makes it really easy to grip. Your finger doesn't slide over it and move, and in other words, pinch your fingers together if uncomfortable. If anything like that is becoming an issue, or you figure out maybe it's not an issue with you, but you got the assortment of blades. Um, like I say, with the clip that's on top, you can't see there's 2 posts there, and when you're using the feather artist club style blades or the injector style blades, what you're doing is you're taking the top of that blade and just bumping it up against those 2 posts, and then you center it to where you want it at. In other words, it's pretty easy to do. This is a pretty nice shaver. Scales are pretty nice. I've had this one here since I think 2016. I've had it a good long moment. So in other words, the clip isn't becoming an issue. I guess you might say, in other words, getting spread out, not holding the blade in place or anything quite like that. But with the way this one's designed, it would be pretty easy to, I guess you might squeeze it back together just a tad bit. This scent is really nice. It's a scent strength. Depends on your nose, of course, but for me, I'm kind of thinking it's right around the middle of the road. It's not over the top, in your face type of scent. It's present. I kind of, to me, and I don't know what it is, I haven't been able to put my finger on it, but to a degree, it seems it has I think it's probably the black pepper, the spice that I'm thinking that I'm picking up with my nose. In other words, I pick it up. I'm pretty sure that's what my nose is telling me. One of these days, I've got it. It comes in a tin. Name of the company is Raswar. Oh, there's that soap back there. I have a soap it's hard puck. I mean, it is a hard puck. It is hard to scrape it out of the tin. And anyway, it's got a lemon and pepper, and boy, well, black pepper, and I mean that black pepper is present. As soon as you open the tin, I mean, that black pepper just rolls out right along with the lemon. It's got a good scent strength. I've had it for a while. Don't use it very often. For me, it's not the easiest to lather up, but you know, I can get it to lather. It takes a bit of effort. About as much effort as it takes to scrape it out of the tin, because that soap is really hard. Not the easiest to find either, as it goes for if you're looking forward to go buy it. I think the last time I looked, their website only had like three kinds of soaps, 3 different flavors. I don't mind hard puck soaps, but that is one of the hardest ones I got. I mean, it is hard. And it might just be the one that I got. Maybe the rest of them aren't quite like that. Maybe for whatever during the shipping, because it did take a moment for it to get here, that maybe it, I guess you might say, hardened up just a bit, dried out. In other words, what little moisture might have been in there, it went away. This aftershave comes in a different kind of bottle. Comes in a typical, I guess you might say, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement bottle. This one here is an older one I've had in a moment. Still smells great. This is good stuff. It's not available. So in other words, I guess you might say, I'm helping you put it on the to-get list. Later on when it comes back around. But I picked this up just right before, I guess you might say, it's a seasonal type soap, so it's there for a moment then gone. And I picked it up right before it was taken off of the website. But boy, this is a great scent. I really like it. I know scents are subjective, but to me, this is an awesome scent. Match the beard oil with it. Great stuff here. Had a great shave this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying warm, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.